Yesterday, I went into Aldi with 20 bucks. And today, with what I purchased with that $20 budget, I'm going to pack 10, you heard that right, 10 lunches for kids or the kid at heart. That comes out to around $2 per lunch. Let's go. The first thing I grabbed was an 8-ounce package of deli meat, and I chose the salami because my kids really like it, but they also had ham, they had turkey, they had chicken. It was all priced at a little bit over $3 for an 8-ounce package. So once you see what I'm doing with this, you can maybe adjust the kind of meat that you use, but my kids actually really like salami, so I know that they're gonna like how I'm using it in this particular meal plan. I also picked up an 8-ounce package of sliced cheese. I chose the provolone. Again, once you see what I'm doing with it, you might choose a different kind. This is pretty versatile. Next, I grabbed 1 can of these crescent rolls. It's an 8 count for $1.95 at my Aldi right now. And I also picked up a package of this tortellini. This I find in the aisle where the pasta and the pasta sauces are. It is vacuum sealed, so it's shelf stable. And I picked up the cheese tortellini, but they also had a mushroom tortellini and a spinach tortellini. But again, my kids would prefer just the plain old cheese. I plan to spend about $5 or $6 of my $20 budget on produce, fruits and vegetables, to kind of rev up the nutrition of my kids' lunches. And I chose bell peppers. They're a little bit under $3 per package, and my kids really like bell peppers. And nectarines because they're in season and were on sale the week that I was there. But if you want to sub out other fruits and vegetables, again, totally your choice according to your tastes and preferences. I also grabbed one of these packages of French bread pizzas. There's actually 2 French bread pizzas inside this package. I think it was about $3 and maybe 19 cents or something. And also one of these packages of moo tubes. These are just yogurt tubes. They're still under $2 at my Aldi for a box that has 8 yogurt tubes. And I really wanted some kind of like fun cracker or chip, you know, just to give them something crunchy and fun in their lunch boxes. So I looked around and I found these little mini crackers sort of in the Aldi special finds aisle. And at first I couldn't figure out how much they cost, but I figured out that the tag was just somewhere else down the aisle from where the boxes were actually being stored. These were $1.69 at the time that I purchased them, but I also noticed that their particular house brand of Pringles are about $1.59 a can, so that might be a comparable exchange for these if they're not available or if you just wanted another idea. That brought my total to $20.52, and I'm gonna be able to get 10 lunches from the items that you see here. We are gonna start off by taking the crescent rolls and the deli meat and the cheese slices and making crescent roll-up sandwiches. It's really easy. You just take the little crescent triangles, you put a piece of deli meat on the triangle, and then you add just a little slice of cheese. In fact, I usually only use half a slice of cheese. I roll them up from bottom to top, and then I bake them in the oven according to the package directions until they're done. This is something that we've been doing for a while. In fact, it's one of the first things that my oldest daughter learned how to make using the oven, and we still make these little crescent roll-up sandwiches using whatever deli meats and cheeses we have on hand all the time. They make a fantastic dinner. They're even great as snacks. They're versatile because you can change up the filling, come together quickly, and I think they store pretty well in the refrigerator for a couple of days and can be eaten either hot when they come out of the oven or cold after they've been stored in the refrigerator. The next thing I'm gonna work on are some fun little tortellini skewers. So I have a pot of salted water boiling here, and I'm going to cook my tortellini according to the package directions. I couldn't tell how many tortellini were in the package according to the nutrition facts on the back, but I found out after I opened it that there are 37. I counted them myself.
36, counted them myself.
It only takes like 6 to 8 minutes or so for these to cook completely, and as soon as they are done cooking, I'm gonna drain them and rinse them in cold water to keep them from cooking anymore and just set them aside until we're ready to put the skewers together. I am working on these little tortellini skewers, and I went ahead and sliced up all of my salami and cheese that I had left after making the crescent roll-ups into kind of like quarters. I quartered all the pieces that I have left. And what I'm doing is taking a toothpick. I'm taking 1 piece of salami, 1 piece of cheese, and then another piece of salami. So I guess a piece of cheese sandwiched between a piece of salami. Then I am putting the toothpick through 1 tortellini lengthwise, just because I think it makes it more secure on the toothpick. Now you could, if you wanted to, use skewers and put like 2 or 3 layers on there, or you could just not even bother doing that and put the little pieces of these into the lunch boxes sort of deconstructed. But this is the way that I'm doing it, and because I chopped everything up, I'm gonna be able to get quite a few of these, I think, from what I have left. Right now, I am slicing up my bell peppers. My kids really like bell peppers. Comment down below if your kids are big fans of bell peppers. Not the green ones, but the red and yellow and orange ones, like they'll eat. But they won't eat them cooked. They'll only eat them raw. I like them cooked, like sauteed, yummy. One of my favorite veggie sides, but the kids, no. If I'm making sauteed bell peppers for dinner, I have to set some aside that I've chopped up that just they can eat raw and just cook them for my husband and myself. Anyway, I digress, but back to the point of prepping fruits and vegetables. And the point that I wanted to make is that whether or not you can prep them ahead of time just kind of depends on what it is that you picked out. Apples are something that you can't necessarily prep ahead of time because if you slice them all up, they're probably gonna turn brown unless you toss them with like lemon water, I think is one thing. I've heard Sprite. I've even heard club soda is something that will keep fruit like that from browning quite as quickly. And then other things like these bell peppers, if I slice them and keep them, in an airtight container, maybe with a paper towel at the bottom, they'll keep for a while. So it just kind of depends on what you pick. Sometimes you have to go ahead and just prep that the morning that you're packing something, or teach your kids how to do it. Or, if you're picking up something like applesauce, obviously, that's non-perishable, so it's ready to go. Just depends on what it is that you picked up. If you happen to be in Aldi picking up the ingredients to make these lunches, especially if you are like a back to school family, can I make another suggestion to help make your week a little bit easier? While you are in there, pick up one of their take and bake pizzas. They have them in all different kinds. They have meat, they have cheese, they have pepperoni. Sometimes my Aldis even have thin crust in addition to the regular crust. They're huge pizzas. For my family of 5, one pizza is enough. And I know that we have, younger kids. I'm not feeding a bunch of teenage boys, but one pizza is enough. Grab a couple of bagged salad kits, and for less than 15 bucks, you can have an easy dinner for that first or second day of school when everybody is just tired, when our brains are like fogged and it's turning off from all of the back to school and the forms and the hustle and bustle and figuring out the pickup lines and everybody else. Highly recommend those pizzas. Very good from, at least in my opinion, as far as take and bake pizzas go, and a lot less expensive than takeout. Here are the crescent roll-up lunches finished up. I have 2 of the little crescent sandwiches in each container. I have some bell peppers and some of the nectarines sliced up. I did toss those in a little lemon water to help keep them fresh. And then just a few crackers sprinkled in there. And I have enough to do 2 of these lunches twice, so 4 total. Here are the tortellini skewers all finished up. I have 6 of the little tortellini skewers in here. I actually had a little bit left over. I could have made a few more, but I think 6 is plenty for my kids. I have some crackers in here, and then of course our fruits and veggies, and I can make 2 of these twice, so 4 total. I still needed 1 more set of lunches to round out a full week of lunches for my 2 kids. So I went to the freezer section and I noticed these frozen pizzas that came in a package of 2. They were little French bread pizzas, and I plan to just throw those into the air fryer and slice them up and put them in the lunches with whatever I have left, fruits and vegetables and crackers. I also saw a package of 4 egg rolls in the freezer section, and I thought about those for a hot minute as well, so that might be another option, but I was just looking for something like quick and easy, something for a Friday. I mean, Pizza Friday, that sounds like a good idea whenever you're packing lunches, right? Since my box of yogurts only came with 8, I won't have any yogurt to send on that day, but I feel like the pizza is kind of the treat in that particular lunch. I've got more of these kinds of videos heading your way, so if you like these, make sure that you're subscribed. Pick out one of these videos to watch next, and I'll see you there.